Alexa, open WikiHow.
Okay, here's WikiHow. Hi, ask me how to do anything.
How to care for slugs.
How to care for slugs. To care for slugs, line an 8-inch by 8-inch container with some soil, grass and leaves to provide a comfortable habitat. Each day, provide the slugs with vegetables and fruit to eat and add in some plant leaves if you have them. Then, remove any uneaten food at the end of each day so they don't attract fruit flies. After adding new food, spritz the container with distilled water to keep the environment moist for your slugs. Every 3 months, rinse out the container with distilled water and replace all the soil and other materials in the container to keep it clean. If you would like each step read out in detail, say read steps.
Read steps.
Step 1. Find the right container. Slugs generally do well in aquariums. An aquarium should be at least 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, 8 by 8 inches. You can buy an aquarium online or at a pet store. Make sure to provide proper ventilation. The lid should have holes for ventilation. Something like a mesh lid, for example, would work well. Slugs are very small, especially in comparison to reptiles that are usually kept in aquariums. Examine ventilation holes carefully and make sure a slug cannot creep out of these holes. To continue, say next.
Next.
Step 2. Provide substrate. It's best to use soil, grass, and leaves from outdoors for the substrate. If you took the slug from outdoors, use soil, leaves, and grass from the area where you found it. Make sure to sift through soil before adding it to your aquarium to remove any bugs. Once a week, remove your slug and put it in a safe container with air holes. Remove the substrate and then replace it. To continue, say next.
Next.
Step 3. Invest in aquarium supplies. Slugs may benefit from certain aquarium supplies such as fake plants and leaves. You can also bring in real material from outside, such as twigs, for slugs to climb on. If you bring anything in from outside, make sure to inspect it carefully before putting it in your slug's tank. To continue, say next.
Next.
Step 4. Clean the aquarium regularly. Once every 3 months, clean the slug's enclosure when you remove and replace the substrate. You can rinse things like twigs and aquarium supplies in distilled water and then let them air dry outside. If twigs get soggy or soft in response to water, replace them with new twigs. Slugs are very sensitive to chemicals. Only use distilled water when washing the slug's aquarium. You should refrain from washing anything with soap. Slugs are sensitive to tap water, so opt for distilled water. To continue, say next.
Next.
Final step. Keep the room cool and humid. Slugs prefer temperatures between 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 to 21 degrees Celsius. Put a humidifier next to their aquarium to keep them hydrated. If the aquarium is too hot or cold, the slug will bury itself and produce more mucus. If it is not humid enough, the slug will dry out. Okay, you've reached the end of the article. To hear it again from the beginning, ask how to care for slugs. Or, you can ask how to do something else. What would you like to do?
Exit.